Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Mandy. In today's video, we're going to talk about the bamboo radical. Since ancient time, bamboo plays a very important role in everyday life. People use bamboo to make a lot of stuff till today. For example, bamboo basket, bamboo chopsticks, bamboo calligraphy pen, etc. There's a lot of stuff. And also, bamboo is a very important symbol in the Chinese culture. Bamboo represents integrity and toughness. So we have a lot of bamboo printed stuff on the things. For example, my dress. You can see some bamboo print right here, but apparently this dress looks much prettier outside. So in today's video, we're not just going to talk about the bamboo radical, but also I would like to introduce you a lot of Chinese culture that's related to bamboo. Now let's get the 田字格 ready and the pens ready. First of all, let's take a look at the bamboo character. So we go. Yes, it's kind of like copy and paste, but the one on the left, it doesn't come with a hook, and the right one come with a hook. So this is 竹. 竹 meaning bamboo. It's the character. And here is the evolution of the character. So you can see it's evolved from the shape of the bamboo. But it also reminds me of another character, which is this one, 林, which means forest. The 竹 and the 林, they kind of similar because they're all the copy and paste pattern. But obviously, they're also very different. The 林 have this and this, this and this. Now let's turn the bamboo characters into the bamboo radical. So we have to squeeze the bamboo characters into this. This is the bamboo radical. And it's always on the top. Now let's get to some example with the bamboo radical. The first type, it could be the bamboo parts. For example, the first one. Gan. Gan, it means a stick. For example, we can say 竹 gan. 竹竿 it's a bamboo stick. Move on to the next character. Sun. Sun is the bamboo shoot, which is the very young bamboo, the newly grown bamboo. Maybe you've already know that panda eat bamboo, and of course they eat bamboo shoot. And it might surprise you that not only panda will eat bamboo shoot, but also people. We human beings, we can eat bamboo shoot as well. Like we have some dishes made of bamboo shoot like this, and also some snacks, which is very popular around the country. And the fact about the bamboo shoot is that it will grow so fast after the rain, especially in the spring. So we have a Chinese idiom come with it that is 雨后春笋，雨后春笋，雨 is the rain. We just talked about the 雨 radical in the 雨 radical video. If you're interested in that, check it out. And 后 is after. 春 spring. 笋 bamboo shoot. So just remember the bamboo shoot, after the spring rain, it will grow so fast. So the whole idea of 雨后春笋 things develop so fast, especially technology. And now I'm going to give you an example with the 雨后春笋. It's a very long sentence. Okay, get ready. 近几年 a comma 人工智能公司雨后春笋斑的出现 comma 改变了人们的工作学习和生活 period. Okay. So anyway, I forgot to tell you, this is different from the comma. So we put a comma between sentence, and this is a dot. We put the dot between the things you list them out. For example, you list A, B, and C, and then so you put A, a dot, B, and C. Okay, so let's see. Let's do the translation. 近几年 近 is close. 近 is close. It could also be recent. 几年 is several year. And then 人工智能 人工 people work. People work together is artificial. 智能智 smart, 能 ability, 智能 intelligence. So 人工智能 together, it makes AI. Okay, and then 公司 company. Okay, now is the keywords. 雨后春笋. So 雨后春笋, which means it grows rapidly. Okay, and 班 is kind of like in English as. And then we'll talk about that later. And the is just an adverb marker. It plays as a grammar particle here. And 出现 appear. Okay, so altogether, in the recent years, the AI company appeared just like us, the bamboo shoot after the spring rain, which means it grows rapidly. And then let's continue. 改变 change. 了 is the ed, so 改变了 changed. 人们的 people's. Now the following one is easy. 工作 work, 学习 study, 和 and 生活 life. So all together, in the recent years, the AI company showed up and grow rapidly. It changed people's work, study, and life. Moving on, the second category, the bamboo radical can also refers to the stuff that's made of bamboo. So actually we have a lot of things made of bamboo, and the first one is B meaning pen, just any pen. Why is that? Okay, so this is a very interesting word to talk about, and you can see on top of the B, we have the bamboo radical, and underneath this one, this is the fur. So bamboo and fur make pen? Are you sure? Let me show you a Chinese calligraphy pen. It's a perfect example. You can see here is the bamboo, and here is the fur. So to use it, we hold a pen like this, and then we dipped the fur into the ink, and then to write it. Okay. Actually, I've been learning some Chinese calligraphy skill in the past several months, but I'm not going to demonstrate how to write Chinese calligraphy right here in this video because that's a lot of things to talk about. It would take a while. So I'm thinking maybe I can make a video about how to practice Chinese calligraphy. I'm not sure if you're interested in that, so let me know in the comment section. Let's continue with the next example. 剪 So let's take a look at that. At the top, it's the bamboo radical, we know that. At the bottom, it's 尖 Here it serves as a sound radical. And the 剪, it used to refer to a bamboo scroll like this. This type of bamboo rod can be used as like a book. And this type of bamboo scroll also explained why ancient Chinese was written from top to bottom, from right to the left. This is a classic masterpiece called 赤壁赋. So if you're going to read this piece, you have to read it from top to bottom, from right to left. Okay, so back to why the bamboo scroll will explain why we written from top to bottom, from right to left. Okay, let me show you with a scroll. I don't have a bamboo scroll, but I do have one made of paper. Okay, so back in the ancient time, just imagine this is a book. Okay, this is how the book's like in the ancient time. And then let's open it up. We hold the scroll with left hand because I know for most of the people, the left hand is not as smart as right hand, right? So we use the left hand to do easy job. So to hold the scroll, and the right hand open the scroll. And this is how we read it, and also this is how we write it. If you're going to write something on the scroll, use a pen. So you hold the scroll like this, and then you write on the scroll from top to bottom, finish the line, and then open a little bit more, and then write, and then open a little bit more. Maybe you can do this, right? And then you do this, right? So that's why we write from the top to the bottom, from the right to the left. Back to this. So we know 剪 used to refers to bamboo scroll, but later, now, it refers to simple. For example, we can say 简单 简单 just simple. And now we are learning simplify Chinese, right? Simplify hanzi. So that would be 简体 字 简体字 简 simple 体 body 字 is character. So 简体字 all together, it make simplified Chinese. Okay, so of course, how about traditional Chinese? And that would be fan, ti, zi, 繁体字. Fan, here it could means complicated. Ti, again, body. Zi, character. 繁体字, altogether, it would just make traditional Chinese, because the traditional Chinese has more stroke and simplified Chinese has less stroke. Moving on to the next character. Kuai. Kuai. Usually we say kuaizi. Kuaizi is the chopsticks. Yeah. And as for the bottom part, you can see the bottom part is here. The standing heart radical. Kuai. And this is kuai, which serves as a sound radical. You give the kuai sound to the kuai. And as for the meaning of it, it could be fast. The meaning of kuai is fast, and we talk about it in the heart radical videos. So if you haven't watched it or you want to review it, check that out. Speaking of chopsticks, here is a little experience that I want to share with you about how to hold the chopsticks. If you're already very good at using chopsticks or you don't want to learn about it, then just skip this part. Okay, this is how my parents taught me how to use chopsticks. So these two chopsticks, they need space. Okay, these are the space. So you use one finger or two fingers to control the upper one and another fingers to control the lower one. So make sure it's flexible and they never cross each other like this. So when you are going to pick up something, here I have a peanut. Okay, so let's pick up the peanut. So you just need to be very flexible, make sure there's space, and then hold it. Easy. But if you cross your chopsticks, how can you pick up the peanut? How? And always space, always flexible, and then pick it up. Moving on to the next character. Di. Di. Usually we say dizi. Dizi is the flute. In this picture, this is a Chinese traditional flute and it's made of bamboo. The most traditional and simplest flute is made of bamboo, and of course, you can use other materials to make the flute. For example, use the jade. So, to be more specific, if you want to talk about the bamboo flute, that would be zhu, di. Zhu di is the bamboo flute. And if it's made of jade, that would be 玉笛 玉笛 is just jade flute. Even though it's made of jade, but you know, when we form the hanzi di, we already put the bamboo radical in it. We would not change it to the jade radical. Moving on to the next character. 筐 筐 is a basket. And actually we have another word for the basket. 篮 also basket. Okay. Why you have two words? What's the difference between the 筐 and the 篮? Let me show you some pictures. So 筐 usually are this type of basket. They are square for storage. They are simple and practical. As for 篮, it tends to refer to the basket with handle, easy to carry around, or maybe you can use it as a decoration. As for the 篮, here's a word. Maybe it could help you to memorize it. We have 篮 球 篮球 is the basketball 篮球. So in this case, you can only say 篮球. You cannot say 筐球. And just to remind you, here the 篮, we have a bamboo radical on top. And then this, it has a very similar one. It's the grass radical. And then this. And they're all pronounced as 篮. 篮. Okay, so the only difference is they have a different radical on the top. And this is bamboo radical. This is the grass radical. We just talked about the grass radical a few weeks ago. And if you haven't watched that or you want to review it, please check out my grass radical videos. Okay, and then this 篮, it means a basket. The other 篮 is blue, the blue color. Because the grass radical is related to grass and plants, and we can get blue color from the plant. Let's continue. The next example is 笼. And 笼 is a cage. So let's take a look at the 笼. At the bottom part of it, this is 笼. And it serves as a sound radical to it. And as for the meaning of the 笼, is a dragon. Yeah, but obviously it would not serve as a meaning radical here because it would not take the dragon meaning to the 笼. It only gives the 笼 sound to it. Okay, so example, we can say 笼子, 笼子. 笼子 is just a cage. Actually, there's a very famous Chinese food called 小笼包小笼包 easy small cage bun what 小笼包 small cage bun. So this is the 小笼包. It's the small mini bun with meat stuffing, and it's steamed in a bamboo cage like this. So that's why we call it 小笼包, because it's small and it's steamed in a cage. Moving on to the next one. Another thing made of bamboo is 筏. 筏 is a raft like this. To be more specific, the raft can be made of wood and it could be made of bamboo, right? So if you want to be very specific, it's a bamboo raft, and that would be 竹筏竹筏 bamboo raft. And it's made of wood, then you can say 木筏木筏 wood raft. So if you are going to travel in China, if you are going to visit Guilin, you can take the 竹筏 to flow on the river. Moving on to the next one. This one is pretty difficult to write. Bamboo radical, and then zan, and usually we say 簪子 簪子 the 簪, be careful in the middle. This is like one, it's like this. The other one, just copy and paste. This is the middle part of the 簪. And to be more specific, the hairpin, we can say 发 簪 发簪. Actually, I'm wearing two 发簪 today. You can see they're on my head. So these are the popular hair decorations since ancient time. These two are made of plastic, I guess. I don't have the one that made of bamboo. That's my cat. And I have some wooden one. You can see they're in different style. I like the simple one. And of course, we have some very complicated, fancy, luxurious design. And it goes so well with the hanfu. And hanfu is the Chinese traditional dress. Moving on to the last category, the bamboo radical is also related to some verb or noun that's related to bamboo. But after thousands of years of evolution, it becomes very abstract. The first example, 蒜 算 is to calculate. But how come calculate have something to do with bamboo? Okay, so let's travel back to 1,000 years ago. In the ancient time, my ancestor used this type of things. It's made of bamboo to calculate. Later, it becomes something like this. We call this 算盘. Actually, to be honest, when I was little kids in my primary school, our teacher teach us how to use a 算盘. It's not very difficult, but it still needs some skills on it, and we learned some basic of it, but I completely forgot how to use it later, so sorry, I cannot tell you how to use it. So back to the hanzi. To say calculate, we can say 计 算 计算 is just a very proper word to say calculate. And if you say 计算 qi, the qi means a machine. So 计算器 is a calculator. Here is an interesting word I would like to share with you. We have 计算 to calculate, and if you switch it to 算计 算计 it's not calculate anymore. It means to skin on somebody, to set the plot on somebody. So 计算 is a neutral word, and 算计 is a negative word. And also, I would like to share with you the next one is 算了 算了 is a spoken word, and it has nothing to do with calculation, but it means whatever, let it go, let it be. It's like you're trying to do something, you try very hard, but there's no result, and then you just don't care anymore. Then you say 算了算了, just whatever, let it go. Moving on, next example. Pian. Pian used to be the measure word to measure the bamboo scroll we just mentioned about. And after 1,000 years of evolution, because we're not using the bamboo scroll anymore, and in modern times, the pian refers to the measure word for article. For example, you can say 一 篇文章一篇文章 which means one is kind of like one piece of 文章 article. Or you can say 一篇 论文一篇 one piece of 论 is to discuss. 文 is literature. Discuss literature, and that is essay. And thesis. So, 一篇论文, a piece of essay, a piece of thesis. The last example of today. 笨. Based on what I learned about the 笨 used to refers to the white skin inside the bamboo. I'm not sure if you ever seen some fresh growing bamboo, and then if you chopped the bamboo, and then you will see this white skin inside the bamboo. And this is very soft and weak. So the 笨 refers to the soft and weak. And after 1,000 years of evolution, the 笨 nowadays, it refers to dumb. Let's take a good look at it. Underneath, this is a wood radical, but it has one more stroke under the 笨. Obviously, it serves as a sound radical in it. As for the 笨, we have笨, dan, 笨蛋. 笨 is dumb or stupid. Dan is the egg. Like we mentioned before, you can see at the bottom of the dan, it's a insect radical, as we mentioned about it in the animal radical part 2. In that video, we mentioned about the insect radical because a lot of insects lay eggs. So that's why we have an insect radical in the egg. Okay, so back to the 笨蛋. Stupid egg, it would make just dumbass. First of all, it could be just dumbass. It's a very bad word. And secondly, it could be also kind of a sweet name between lovers. Yeah, boyfriends and girlfriends, they will call each other 笨蛋. Especially you hear them say 小笨蛋. It's more like a nickname for the lovers. But in general, 笨 is a pretty negative word, so don't use it that much. That's all for today's video. I hope you enjoy it and you learned something about the bamboo radical and also some Chinese culture that's related to bamboo. If you want the practice sheet, you can download it from my website, mandymandarin.com. And if you have any questions or thoughts about today's video, feel free to share it in the comment section. I'm Mandy. I'll see you in the next video.